Welcome to segment 3 of this NFL Week 1 edition. We've gone through half the games of the schedule. Now let's dive right into the second half of the schedule and what was last year's Toilet Bowl, Houston against Washington. But this year will be a lot different, I hope.
Well, Washington making a huge addition to their wide receiver core this year with Deshaun Jackson joining the team, who's going to help out RG3 this year to begin the season. Also with Garcon in the receiving core as well.
The Stone Boy, as it is in French.
Yep. But the Redskins, I do believe they could have a good season, but this is my opinion right here. I do not believe RG3 is going to finish the season as a starting quarterback. That is me personally. I do believe, I can't remember her name now, Kirk Cousins is going to be the starting quarterback by the end of the season. I just believe overall he's a better quarterback NFL-wise for this, especially for this team. I think he'd be the better fit for this team, but in this game, RG3 will be your starting quarterback. And then we have the Texans, who are looking for improvement as well this season. A team that has some threats on it, especially now adding Clowney to the defensive line with J.J. Watt, which is a very, very scary defensive line that this team has. And this one, it's going to be a very, very close game, I do believe, between these two teams. But I do have the Texans starting off the season with the win, with a 17-10 win.
I also picked the Texans to win 21-10. Where scores are very close.
We have one team at least that each one, it seems like.
It seems like this entire show, our scores have been a lot closer than they were last season.
Well, last season we had all 16 games the same. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. So J.J. Watt is making bank, and the Redskins, as I will refer to them on this show until their name is changed, and that's the only one. That's
I still don't like
talk
that.
about
I
think it's a tribute.
Yeah, I think it's keep the name. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with it?
Exactly.
Sorry, Indians. Sorry. Don't see a problem.
Sorry. Houston wins 21-10, and they will have a better year than last year. And so will Washington, but Houston will have a much better year. Kansas City against Tennessee.
Well, Tennessee, I think could be a good team at times, but it depends how their players play. As now they have their starting quarterback back, Jake Locker, who got hurt midway through the season last year. As he was doing great at the beginning of the season, just when he got hurt, the team kind of downfell after that. And then he has a great young receiver with him as well in Wright, as I believe he could be a big factor for this Titans offense this year. Then we head to over the Kansas City Chiefs, who looked like the team to beat last year from the beginning of the season, with Alex Smith as their starting quarterback, and also some all-right receivers as Bo, who would need to step up this year, even though I believe he is suspended again this season now, if I'm correct, for the first 2 or 3 or 4 games.
Dwayne Bowe?
Yeah.
I haven't heard about that.
I think he got suspended again this season. Then you also have a great running back in the backfield of Charles. He's probably maybe the top running back in the league, and if not second, as he's going to be a big threat in the backfield this season.
Isn't he hurt or no?
I know he hurt his ribs or something in the preseason game, but he's going to be okay to start the season. Even though I don't know. When I looked at the season, I don't believe the Chiefs are going to have a greater season as they did last year. I think they're going to be a medium team this year. But I do have them straight off the season with the win, with a 24-20 win at home over the Titans.
Somewhere over Dwayne Bowe, as NFL memes would say. I do have Kansas City beating Tennessee 24-7. I think Kansas City is a very tough place to play at home. If it weren't for Seattle, I bet you Kansas City would be that place where you don't want to play. If it weren't for Seattle. Because at one point last year, they broke the world record. Kansas City.
Oh.
Seattle broke it, then Kansas City, then Seattle again.
I know that. Huh. I know they're trying to. They had a monitor on ESPN one time for it. Okay.
Which Seattle didn't get so loud during the playoffs, so surprisingly.
Not like they usually do.
Maybe they must have had too far of expectations, but they got them. Kansas City 24, Tennessee 7 in that game. Sorry, Taylor Lewan. And to Cole's game, Miami against New England. And the last time New England opened the season in Miami, I'm taking the words right out of his mouth, Tom Brady threw for the Lansing area code in yards.
Pretty much, yeah, he did.
517.
Yeah, he had quite a few in that game. With the Patriots this year, getting some more of their offense back, as Rob Gronkowski will be back week 1, so that's going to be
He's excited.
Yeah, that'd be very helpful for Tom Brady to begin the season.
His pants.
But Tom Brady, who everybody expects to have a very off year this year with not that good of a receiving core, but of Edelman and Amadilla, which I believe are 2 still pretty good receivers on my book.
And who's their tight end?
Rob Gronkowski.
Or his backup now.
His backup, Tim Wright, isn't it? I believe,
Isn't Michael Humanawa?
Oh, Michael Hunui, yep, him too. They just added Tim Wright to the team, so they have 3 pretty good tight ends for the team now.
I still haven't registered that Gronk is back.
Yeah,
I was thinking
it takes a bit, yeah.
Michael Humanawa,
I can remember his name for like half the season. But the Patriots offense is going to look a little better this year. Now they have some of these additions back, and if they don't get hurt, they could be a very dangerous team this year, I believe. The Dolphins, who are a team still looking to improve a little bit. Ryan Tannehill looking pretty good last year, hoping to improve on his season from last year. Also, Mike Wallace going to have a bigger year than he had last year, as he had a pretty under-average year for him. But in this game, even though they are in Miami, I do believe the Patriots are going to win this one. I believe it's going to be a very close game because it is in Miami, but I have the Patriots winning 31-27.
Last year, Miami won the game against New England in Miami, and I picked it. And I probably picked it in here, but I picked New England to win it on this week. Because I just think at the end of the day, New England is just too strong.
Yeah, their offense is... everybody thinks their offense is going to be weak this year, but I just don't see it. Everybody says Tom Brady's going to have a bad year this year. I just don't see it. Like he mentioned on ESPN yesterday, I'm not going to retire till I suck.
Exactly.
Which... who knows when that's going to be? That's going to be a while away. He might be playing until he's 49 for all we know.
Exactly.
I think Peyton Manning can play until he's 60.
That would be fun to see. New England 28, Miami 27. Another very close score. I think you might be a Tom Brady to Julian Edelman right at the end to win it for New England. I'm calling it. And the last game in this segment, Tampa against Carolina.
Carolina finally having a very good season last year. They finished very well as the Panthers. I think they won the division last year even.
Yes.
Yeah, the first time they won a division in who knows how long. I think they went to the Super Bowl.
And remember that when they were calling for Ron Rivera's head at the end of week 4?
Yep, I remember that. But this team, Cam Newton, who I very much think improved last year, as he surprised me, as I didn't think he was going to be that good of an NFL quarterback. He proved me wrong last year, so I give credit to him. This entire...
So unfortunately, Cam Newton can't be our mom's favorite player.
No, he cannot. But
sorry, little kid, play 60 commercial.
But I believe this Panthers defense also a very strong defense coming into this season and a very scary one to watch here in the NFC South this year. As we head to the Buccaneers, who are still looking to improve through these next couple of years, I believe they're still in an improvement stage. As this team, defense is looking a little better, but the offense still kind of shaky a little bit. As Gallen, I believe, is still their starting quarterback. I believe to start this season. Glennon, that's what it was. Who's going to start the quarterback for the team this year? Even though they do have, I can't remember the running back's name now. Even
Doug Martin,
Doug Martin, yep. After him being injured last year, trying to come back this season, I believe he's going to be a little shaky beginning of the season. But I do have the Panthers winning this one, 20-10 in Tampa Bay. I believe Cam Newton's going to have a very good game once again, in the air and on the ground, I believe. But Panthers are going to win this one.
Oh man, I have Tampa winning this one, but and I may regret doing this. I'm going to change my mind. Carolina 17, Tampa Bay 14. I picked the Bucs to go 8-8. I think they will be a lot better than last year since they did not like Schiano. That's the reason why they were terrible. But you will see them improve, but it will take them a little while. Carolina 17, Tampa 14. We'll go to our last segment of the show. Coming up next.